Hi Virgo, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your free flowing intuitive reading, my friends. So please take it as it resonates. And yeah, so Virgo, we got this. Oh my god, this is. Don't get too worried about, okay? Just go with the flow here because you need to. We got this. I don't know how to hold these three cards, and you can see even. I don't know. So we got death, we got the bodacious Boda, and we did the soul shrinker. Anyway, it doesn't matter what it says. um Virgo, with this three energy, I'm really feeling like that there is like, I don't know, you went through like it's almost feel like that you went through like a dark night of the soul kind of energy. There is like you went through something that you never wanted to see. You saw the lowest of the lowest. You, and when I say lowest, it mean it's not bad, like lowest or something, it's like you saw is like regenerative again, this very your neighbor, not your neighbor, your neighbor, very scorpionic energy. Like, you saw something that made you go through literally like a death, whether it's a death of your personality, death of your some kind of ego, whether it's a death of your some kind of habit, death of a pattern, some kind of deep something has removed from you, something that you have known, that you have practiced, that you have attached to before. Something has changed permanently, and you were you ready? No, you were hiding from it. You were hiding from it. You went through when this change came, or not even change, when this whatever that triggered that death. And I most of like death doesn't come easy. You have to, in order to go to this regenerative mode, one has to go through first the destruction. Otherwise, if there is no destruction, there is no generation. Like you are like hiding from it. You are like hiding from it when it, whether it came through a form of relationship, whether it came through a form of career breakdown, or whether it came from a form of like a spiritual awakening. However it is came to you, you are like, you are not ready for this, you were not ready for this, you did not expect that, but it came to you anyway. And it stirred up a lot of almost like a feeling that when where you felt very violent emotionally, where you felt like, don't come near to me, if I'm gonna bite you, like that kind of defensive, you're defensive. It was like so on point, like you were like all the time defensive. You were defensive about any kind of that triggers this death, that triggers this, that you are not ready for, but it coming to you anyway, like the bodacious Buddha, like that kind of energy. And like I felt like you saw, it I'm not exaggerating, Virgo. If you're not vibing with this is not your reading, but I'm not gonna censor myself anymore when it comes to talk about some darker energy. We need to talk about darker energy because we all feel that, and there is nothing bad in that. We just need to talk about it. We just need to acknowledge that we harbor, and then everything can become a part of it much more harmonically. And it's like soul shrinker. I feel like that you felt like how shitty things are. Maybe like if you try to like logically, analytically, you try to make sense, and everything is okay, this is happening because they need this, but you, with this energy, you felt the like kind of in the core, you felt a lot of things that you might have admired, and a lot of things kind of you were kind of coping with. You felt that they're in the heart, they're rotten. There is something that stinking. You saw all the things that you are not preferring or willing to look at it. You feel like, what's the point? Go through the garbage, let them be in the garbage. But this relationship or situation, whatever triggered that regenerative death energy, it's actually forced you, kind of almost forced you to see all this that you don't want to see. And you felt so, you felt the rottenness about our society. You felt the rottenness about some, like, a human soul, the way we address it. There is like a lot of ugly truth that you have seen during this process. And yeah. And but Virgo, there is a trick here. I really feel there is a trick here. I'm gonna come, because those three cards also came with the layer with such amazingly whimsical cards. It's like, look at the, I'm gonna show you one by one, because otherwise, I don't know. It's like a dark lady. It's like, again, the very kundalini, very like, my body knows what it wants. Like, sometimes your body power is so, like, becomes so potent that your mental and analytical power cannot even pierce through that body power, because it's so dense and powerful. And I feel like through this process of it, you feel like that. I mean, if you cannot vibe with all these words that I've just said, if you can just vibe with that, you are more into your body than you used to, then it makes sense. And like, you are getting a lot of, okay, you are making a lot of decision based on your instinct, and it is not something that you used to do. That's the change happened to you. And if you're still going through this process, that's the change gonna happen to you. But I feel like I'm talking to someone who has already gone through the change. And that's the dark lady energy. Your instinct is very, very strong right now, and it came to wake up your instinct, because I feel like you have not that energy was not coming on the surface for you, for whatever reason, but it was not coming on the surface for you, and you needed that to be accessible to you, that this raw body energy, and you needed that energy to be accessible to you. And that's why this energy came up to wake this thing up. And there is like a, and whosoever done this, if it is a relationship, if it is a whatever situation, they had to, there is almost like a trickery. I feel like you have been tricked, either by the universe or either by the relationship. That person or that energy had to do this to you in order for you to get all this energy up in the surface, to bring it on the surface. And this one, and the maiden, like there's again this Leo energy. Maybe you have a strong Leo somewhere, doesn't matter really. It's like I don't know, you went to the low, you hit the rock bottom and then you came up. This is it's like you are tricked to hit your rock bottom in order to see the darkest of the dark in our soul, in our society. And then you are coming up with that awakening your body language, like your instinctual power, and that's also enhancing this. Like, I feel like you are much more, there is a certain sense of optimism that you have been seeing. I feel like you are much more optimistic than you used to be right now. And I also feel like there is a certain sense of knowing. Sometimes you feel like you don't have to analyze, you don't have to go detail by detail. Sometimes it just, that knowledge can come to you and you can accept that. There is a change, you are bending, you are changing to, you are accepting new form of new ways. You are integrating new ways into your life, Virgo. Yeah. And then we got this card. I'm gonna come back to this card later, because this is something that holding these two energy, like the energy I'm not gonna just about to get in. So I'm gonna come to this. Just look at your card, look at this card if you can, and take a moment. I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds. Look at it and don't try to analyze, don't try to use your brain right now. Just look at it, and whatever you feel, whatever it make you feel, how whatever shape it's coming to you, just rely on your senses, Virgo. Rely on your senses when you are looking at this card, okay? All right, Virgo. So I'm gonna come to this card later. So then we got, look at this. We got this, the fairies who kissed by the pixies. We got this singer of chalice, which is like, and then we got this indie. It's okay. Hold on. While you are going through this, I really feel like this is a connection. This is a connection-based relationship, like connection-based relationship. I'm picking up some kind of deep connection. You and another person, and I feel like you really fell in love with this person. You really fell in love with this person. Even though they make you go through, like they on not their energy, however your energy and their energy interconnected and communicated, it created a deep fall into this abyss of unknown for you. At the same time, you fell in love with that. You fell in love with this person. Absolutely, you love this person so much. It opened up. It felt like this is the once in a lifetime. You never felt like this before. You might have many relationship before, but this is completely different. It felt like completely different. It opened up. It felt like like all this, like this is what I'm waiting for. This is what it's supposed to be. Everything kind of felt like this is what it needs to be. This is what, like, there was no doubt. There was no doubt, there was no question. Even though, don't take me wrong, it was not rosy, it was not flowery, because you went through the energy that I described. We are just coming from. You went through that. But you went through, at the same time, you felt this. At the same time, you felt this. You felt this falling in love, this sense of belonging, sense of opening up, sense of growing, sense of loving, sense of empathy, sense of compassion, soaked in feelings. All these things, you felt it. You felt it, and I'm feeling like I'm reading for someone. This it already happened to you. You know this energy. It's not something foreign energy that I'm speaking of here. And with the indie, I'm getting that like you couldn't rely on your you because you felt both spectrum. You felt the darkest of the dark. You felt of the you felt both spectrum. You felt fear, you felt love at the same time, with same intensity. This is very unique situation, Virgo. Most of the time we don't feel both things at the same time, with the same intensity and same potent and power. You felt both. You felt both so strong that you did not know what to do. You did not know what to do. You did not know. It felt like with the indie, I'm feeling like you did not know which one is real, which one to focus on. So you went through a lot of turmoil. Not only going through this regeneration process within your soul, but in your rational world, how you are connecting with others, with this person. You couldn't make up your mind, and that really threw you off, because being a Virgo, you really want to know what is what. Not knowing what is what for such a long time really took a toll on you. And it's all nice, it's all good, because all was happening because of transfiguration. You knew that this is happening, not just happening for sake of happening. You knew that this is for transfiguration, transformation, shape shifting. This is for bigger. This is for something that is connect, that is serving something deeper in your soul, and you knew that. That's why you went through this both journey. You went through the, like, this is a unique, like, it feels like you went through the happiest of the happy and the scariest of the scariest experience at the same time. At the same time, this is like unique experience. And only reason, and you during the whole process, you knew that this is something that's gonna transfigure you. This is a process for shape shifting. This is a process for changing and coming back. This is a process for you knew all this, you felt all this, you felt through this. This is almost like, I feel like I am reading for someone who need a little bit of understanding from others, that what they went through. I don't think you need any kind of clarity or anything seeking for. You just need that other people's, for someone just stating that how you went through, and it's not been unnoticed. You want to be noticed for what you went through, some kind of understanding, some kind of connection there. That's why this reading is coming to you. Yeah. So it's a reading about what you already went through. What you already went through. Oh, okay. I've totally forgot about this too. Okay, this too is talking about Virgo. This, you know the both world. You know the both world because you went through the both spectrum. So now, I don't know. It's just looking at me saying, what are you gonna do with all this energy? What are you gonna do with all this clarity? What are you gonna do with all this opening up? It's up to you. It's up to you. But with the phone, you're gonna do something. You're not gonna let all this transfiguration happen to you. You're not gonna let this slide away. You're gonna do something with it. And what I mean by do something doesn't mean that you have to build externally to claim success. You are gonna do something so potent that not only you are gonna be benefit for that change, people around you, people who you share with, those changes also gonna be benefited. It's not gonna be a commodity. It's gonna be at the service, like really truly meaning way, at the service of others. You're gonna do something. You're gonna make people see some way that, it's just giving me, it's like, so below as above as below, so below as above, like there is you are bringing some kind of taboo subject together. You are bringing some kind of opposition together. That's what you are bringing, Virgo. And you are gonna be, and you are not gonna be like, oh, should I do something? You are gonna be quite dedicated. When you're gonna feel this energy, you're not gonna be like lethargic. You're not gonna be like, oh, there will be no doubt. You are gonna be doing something. You are gonna be using this, whatever your experience, you're gonna use this experience some in a way that gonna be in the surface for others and for yourself. You're bringing something together. You are bringing something together. And I feel like it can be a little bit lonely journey for you, Virgo, because this is so unique experience. Not many people, first of all, you can share with, and even if you share with, not many people can understand the scope of this experience and the expansive nature of this experience. So you might feel that you cannot really share what you went through with anybody. That's why this reading is coming to you. I feel like that I know my words is giving you that assurance that somebody is seeing your experience, and I feel like you really want to intimately kind of share your journey with someone, kind of want to share that what you are going through, how you're feeling, intensely, lightly. There is a deep desire for sharing your intricate and intimate experience of life, what's happening with you, how you are changing, how you are resisting everything. And I really feel like this message is not to give you any further notice or anything. It just feedback. It's just a feedback of reassurance that it's been heard and it's been seen and it's been noticed. Alright, Virgo, I'm gonna stop here. I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time, okay? Take care. Bye bye.